What's up, guys? Welcome back. I know it's been a long time since we've had any progress on this project, but there's some expectation that YouTube has imposed upon us that project cars take like a week to get done, and that's simply not the case. The truth is that people have lives, jobs, and the weather sucks. So especially when like trying to work on the car in Colorado, it's either too cold or too hot or something to that effect. Yeah, we'll see what we find here at the junkyard. The reason why I'm here at the junkyard is because the headlights that I got from my Mercedes, they didn't come with the bulbs, and the one that was on there was destroyed. So we gotta look for a Mercedes. Supposedly there's one here on this row, so I can get the headlight bulbs, sockets, so that we can have functioning headlights. This is the junkyard that we came to last time, and I don't know if I'm gonna find one here, but I'm hopeful. I think that any Mercedes will work of that era because they all use the same light bulb sockets. So we'll see. Oh, looks like here's our guy right here. Let's see what we got. Perfect. Got two headlights. Dang, this bumper looks identical to the one that I got for the car. It's just that this one's actually tan. And look, of course, the color that I freaking need is here. Like, I could have bought this whole, well, actually no, not that side, but I could have bought this fender and I wouldn't have had to paint it. It always works out that way. Let's see if this car has what I need. All right, so I was able to get the sockets that I needed for the headlight, except for the main headlight bulb. This one had already been taken, so we need to go find some of those headlight bulbs themselves. And hopefully there's another one out here somewhere. I got a receipt with a few of these Mercedes, so yeah, hopefully I can find it and we can be out of here for the day. All right, chat. I scoured this whole junkyard and I don't think I found a headlight bulb. Maybe, or the socket is what I really need. Like the bulb sockets for the headlights. Well, specifically for the driver's side headlight. That's the one I really need. But I don't think that I found it, question mark, but we'll see. I literally scoured this whole junkyard and I looked for everything Mercedes-Benz. Everything in this junkyard Mercedes-Benz, I literally scoured it and they're all missing the headlights, except for the first one I went up to today. I looked online and it said that many of these Mercedes from the mid-2000s were all H7 headlights, or they use H7 headlight bulbs. So I went through and looked for all the Mercedes-Benzes and even all the other Europeans like the Audis and BMWs, but those have like contained headlights and they don't have sockets. They're just a plug-in thing, at least to my knowledge. I don't know what other car off the top of my head has H7 bulbs, but I couldn't think of anything, and I think I'm just gonna call it for the day and go home and see if we can throw some of this car together. I know somebody in the comments is gonna be like, Juan, there was literally 17 cars that you walked past that had the light bulb socket that you needed. Well, you guys are smarter than me because I didn't know. But maybe somebody in the comments, or not, will tell me if any other car in the junkyard for future reference has the same H7 headlight bulb as this E-Class that I'm working on. And now I know what you're all thinking, so I'm gonna get it out of my system once. H7, 6, 7. And that is all. All right, chat. I am cooked. I'm sweating. Like I said, I checked all the Mercedes-Benzes in that lot, and not one of them had any headlights. I want to know who woke up today and chose to beat me to the junkyard and take all the headlight socket bulbs that could have potentially worked for my car. We'll see. I'm pretty sure it's this one. I'm pretty sure. But we'll see. We'll see when we get there. I'll keep you guys updated. Let's just go back to home base. All right, we're back at home base. This is the current state of the car. I know, I haven't worked on it. Sue me, sorry. So I got a door and 2 fenders wrapped. Here's the current state of the front end of this car. I think I'm gonna go a different route than the wrap. The wrap was a lot more difficult than I had anticipated originally, and I just want to get this car done. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and plasti dip this vehicle, only because there's so many intricate little contours, like this mirror here. Like, I'm like, dude, that looks like a wrapping nightmare, and I'm not nearly as experienced to do that. And then the wrap like tore on us right here and stuff like that. And then also like this, to wrap this would be a nightmare. Like, I don't even know how we would go about starting that. So I think for my purposes, it would be easier just to plasti dip this thing. So that being said, I'm just gonna put the bumpers on. That's the only thing that I need to put on the car. It's not like a huge disassembly or anything. Just put the front bumper and the rear bumper on, and then I'm gonna go ahead and purchase a plasti dip kit, and we're gonna get this thing plasti dipped hopefully before winter comes. I wanted to do it, but obviously I don't have any money to do that, because like I said, everybody's got families and bills and whatever. I'm hoping that this YouTube thing can pick up so that I can pay for this kind of hobby, and it's just fun to do. Like, I like doing this kind of stuff. But anyway, that being said, I mean, look at the weather today. Like, the weather today is cheeks again. But here I am. I'm off this week. I had some family time, and I'm back at it. So, like I said, we're just gonna go ahead and put it together and plasti dip it. I'm gonna peel this wrap off and take it as a learning lesson. If, you know, I consider myself pretty experienced with cars, but not nearly as experienced as those guys that wrap cars. So much respect to those guys that wrap cars. Anyway, so that's pretty much it of what I'm gonna do today. It's a Friday, everybody's at work, but like I said, I would have the day off, so I'm just gonna put the bumper on the back, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go back home. So I will touch back when I have this thing bolted up, and we'll get out of here. All right, you guys, I got lucky. Those light bulb sockets were the ones I needed. It's been so long, I didn't even remember which ones I needed until I got to the car. But here it is. So I got it bolted in. I mean, I still got to put the bracket down the side here, but guys, it's super duper close. I got to put the brackets here for the side right here, but not a big deal. I got them inside the car. They just bolt in. I got the bulbs as well for the fog lights. I think I had them, but I got them anyway. And then yeah, I'm not missing any connectors. The headlights are all connected. This connector here had a broken bulb, and I'm so glad that I got an extra bulb at the junkyard. I'm not too worried about this, honestly. I'll probably just wrap this in duct tape or something, or sorry, not duct, electrical tape. Move on with life. But you guys, it is time. It is time. It is time. Get all this out of there when I put it together. Anyway, so I got the rear bumper put on. I just need to put the bolts from the corners, but obviously the car's too low right now to put them in. But I got the rear bumper bolted on. I just gotta glue not glue, but panel bond the chrome trim back on after I do this plasti dip job. But you guys, look at that. No more broken bumper. If you guys remember, when we first started, the rear bumper was broken right in the middle there. And we got a dual exhaust tip opening on the bumper, so put a sick exhaust after we delete the mufflers on this thing. Yeah, guys, I'm just gonna peel off the black failed wrap, and maybe I'll come back either tomorrow, which is Saturday, or Sunday, and see if I can get my brother to help me finish buttoning this back up. I'm just gonna bolt the bumper on, and that's it, guys. I just gotta bolt it on. Obviously, you guys know about the alignment, and I'll be ready to plasti dip it. And once I plasti dip it, I'm thinking of, I don't know, like I said earlier in the video, there's so many ideas that I'd like to, you know, do on this car, but I don't have any money. So with that being said, I don't know if I'm gonna make this a solo video or if I'm gonna combine the footage from now to this weekend, and then make one long video. I probably will do that just for content's sake. That way you guys have a cool update to watch, like a whole update, and see the car completed. I've been procrastinating on it, but like I said, it was really just the car build wasn't hard. It's just like the wrap aspect. Like, I was so excited to start the wrap aspect, but then I realized how difficult it actually was, and it was like too windy, like I mentioned, and then it was too hot, too cold. Like, there was, in the summertime here in Colorado, it was like in the 90s to 100, like deep 90s, which, you know, many people might think it's okay, but it's too hot to work in that kind of weather. I'm sweating, it's uncomfortable, it's too hot. You get a sunburn on your neck because you're outside, on the back of your neck. It's just not ideal, and I may sound like a, you know, like a princess or whatever, but I don't know, guys. Personally, I just prefer to work in cooler, at least tolerable weather, not like so cold where when you hit your knuckles on something, you feel like your hand's gonna fall off. Those of you who know, or when it's too hot, like you're gonna melt on top of the car trying to work on it. Anyway, enough of that. To make a short story long, I hope you guys enjoy watching this kind of stuff. I'm so happy to see some sort of progress made on the car. It reignites my my fire to get this thing done. And really, like I said, I just got to put the bumper on the car. I already have the bumper, it's in the garage. So yeah, we'll get the bumper put on, we'll get an alignment, and then we'll get the 2 rear tires for the car, and then that way I'll have a brand new set of tires, and see what color we plasti dip this thing. I have a vision, but I'm not gonna get into that right now because obviously I had a vision for this and it didn't quite pan out. So we shall see what finances look like, and let's get this thing together and finally on the road. I'm excited to drive this thing. I might keep it for a little while just to drive it through the winter, but we'll see. I gotta stop falling in love with these project cars, I swear. Anyways, so that's gonna be it for now, and then we'll see you guys on the next one. Let's see if I get a thumbnail here. Boom. Or maybe the rear. Try the rear. Maybe one of these. Boom. And all right, thanks for watching. All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm back again working on the car. Goal for today is just gonna be to bolt these brackets in that are right here, so I can mount the headlight properly. And honestly, I want to see if I can get that front bumper put on, but that should be it. I did get some nuts and bolts from Harbor Freight. Hopefully they'll have extras of whatever I need from what I didn't save in this hardware when I took it out. And that should be it, guys. Put this front bumper on and get a good charge on it, and that's it. So let's get to work. All right, check it out. So I got those brackets replaced, and I got the headlights mounted, and now I got the front bumper mocked up. Check it out, guys. So clearly this doesn't fit correctly on this side, but I need to pull the bracket this way so that it'll fit right. But yeah, guys, she is got a front bumper on, or just mocked up. Make sure I didn't leave anything. So I have to do some adjustments here and here, probably to the bump stops, so that it is a little more flush. But other than that, guys, check it out. Got a thumbnail going on right there. Heck yeah. Bumper back on. I mean, it's on the ground because the car's not powered on. But check it out, guys. We got a completed vehicle for the most part. Next time I come, I'll mess with this area here, but yeah, guys, I like it. She's together again. It's a car again. Can't wait to have this thing running and driving. Anyway, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Thank you for watching the saga. One day we'll finish it, I promise, guys.